team, franchise, or a quick pickup game and exhibition.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they match up with the great Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Let's go.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams, 42 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise. To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respected.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this 1st quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. These two teams all tied after one. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Kaiser to throw it. He'll get this to Jake Kumaro. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. He's got Lewis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it up.
We pick it up 2nd quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimous St. Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Kaiser, and complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Kaiser on first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. To the air again, Kaiser. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost...
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards that time on the ground. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll have, boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Kaiser now to throw on first down. He's got to hook up to Jay Sternberger, the rookie. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Off the play fake, Kaiser. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Kaiser. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The draw. Here's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
To throw is Kaiser. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jamon Moore, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A first down throw for Kaiser. On the crossing route, complete. It's Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Kaiser now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Kaiser. Caught left side. Williams. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kaiser on the crossing route, complete. That's Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll throw again. Kaiser shakes off the sack. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd and goal. Kaiser, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 10 yards out, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Kaiser. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. To throw again on second down. Kaiser. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Kaiser here looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Kaiser to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winning.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday night.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
22 yards there, a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out.
Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys have now moved out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over.
319. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we've hit halftime all. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now it's the backup Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Kaiser. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. but you get even deeper.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly they're still short for fourth.
I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive stalls out inside. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. Kaiser on first down. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He's got the hook up to Jay Sternberger, the rookie. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Kaiser. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along. Because
now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Following the interception, Kaiser. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
it's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.